let's charge the damn mound, shall we? Let's start with MVP winners. Shocker. Ronald Acuna Jr. and Shohei Ohtani winning it. And Shohei is he is a different cat.
He's show no.
He's show no. He's
I love it.
Show rejection. Okay. So he wins, and I think he went on TV for like a minute. But really, he hasn't spoken to the media in a while now. And then there's also reports coming out about the mysterious free agency that he will hold it against teams if his free agent meeting with them becomes public. Have you ever heard of that before?
This guy's got teams by the cojones. And listen, I don't know what goes on in this guy's mind. I've never heard of it before, but I don't know. I think I like it a little bit. I don't know. You feel like as a player, you feel like the team always has you by the cojones a little bit. You know, like, hey, this is what you're going to make. This is what you're going to do. You got to go to this appearance. You got to do this. You know, this is the price we want you. If you don't like it, take it or leave it. Now he's flipping the script a little bit. But hey, you speak about anything that we talked about or it gets out of there, you're done to me.
Is this The Sopranos?
Hey, listen. He might have been here about an hour ago. We were going over. No, listen,
I'll give you more
very
context.
Interesting.
So Jeff Passan, did a big story the other day, and included in it was, quote, if there's one thing to know about Shohei Ohtani's free agency, it's that you are unlikely to know much about it until he signs somewhere. Quote, and this is from his story, if visits between Ohtani and the team are reported publicly, it will be held against the team. So the circles will be tiny and tight. I mean, that also hurts a recruiting pitch too. Think about it, right? Because last time around when he was going through that whole process, teams were like, hey, let me bring someone famous on, right? Like, let me bring some of the big players on and all of that. So now you're going to have to like send out this message. Even let's say you're the Dodgers and you're talking to like Betts and Muncy and Freeman and these dudes. And you're like, listen, though, if you blow this for us, if you say one thing to your family, even, he's not coming here. Like, what do you? If I'm say Freddie Freeman, I'm like, that's too much. Okay. I'm telling my family where I'm going today. Okay. This isn't the CIA. It's freaking baseball. Relax. Also, who cares? Why does it matter?
You think of the one side, you want other teams because then you can have that auction we talk about back and forth and like, oh, this guy, we just heard he wants $400 million. Well, now they're at $420. But what happens if somebody comes out, just say you're like, hey, reports have shown. I got an insider that says the Dodgers have been talking to him. And, you might not – the ownership might not even said anything. So what happens if a report just comes out and he's like, you know what? Forget about it. You're done. And they're like, yo, dude, I didn't say nothing, man. Come back.
Ready?
I didn't say nothing.
Dude, there could be a lot of layers to this, okay? Yeah. So first off, you could have a spy who finds out where he's going and then acts like the team leaked it out, and that hurts the team. Do you get what I'm saying? So here, I'll give you the example.
Go ahead, and then I have something too.
Okay. So let's say, the Dodgers and Giants, right? They're rivals in the West. They both want.
For instance.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, let's say there is somebody on the Giants side that leaks out to a reporter, because some reporters will take anything, and some are much more into their sources and checking things. But they go, hey, listen, Ohtani, he's talking to this team, and he visited them, and they spoke, and whatever. And then they report that, and then he goes, Dodgers, I told you not to say anything. Exactly. You're punished.
And on the flip side, how about this? They're going back and say there's 4 teams, just going back and forth. And he's like, you know what? I really don't want to go on this team, but at the same time, maybe I want to do something else. How about my agent? Call up Buster or Kirchin, whatever, and say, hey, listen, the Dodgers want him. And then he puts it out there and he goes, hey, I told you so. Guess what? Told nobody to do anything, and it was his agent at the same time. So there could be some manipulation going on. There could be some traction. There could be some craziness. This guy, he doesn't talk to reporters, as we know.
For months. The last time he spoke to reporters, I believe, was August 9th. Yeah, let's show this. So from Sam Blum, who covers the Angels for The Athletic, Ohtani was set to take questions tonight from reporters for the first time since August 9th. However, after a 30-minute delay, the league announced that his conference call was canceled. The most mysterious free agency will remain that way. And so he doesn't want to talk to media. Because also, let's be real. If they said, hey, we're having technical difficulties, I'm so sorry, but he'll talk to you tomorrow, I think everyone would adjust their schedule and say, okay, we'll do the conference call for the MVPs that we do every year tomorrow. But that's not getting rescheduled.
He's one of the only guys that can get away with this because of his stature. He's gonna
He's a legend.
he's probably gonna pitch again after down the road, or at least try to and see where it goes. He's one of the best hitters in the league. He's just he's the most mysterious man on this earth. It's
But
nuts.
why? Like, I'm just curious, and it's fine, whatever. Do you? He's got all the leverage in the world.
Yeah.
He is a unicorn, and he's the best player in the game right now. But I don't know why are we going to this extent. It's pretty.
I don't there's gotta be some
Getting kind
underlying
of weird.
factor or something weird because it's been going on for a long time now as well. So did he do this in Japan? We don't know.
I don't
Is
think
this
so.
just something that he doesn't like doing, or is it something like, I don't want to do it, then I'm not going to do it. And guess what? It's not going to hurt me in anything. So
I will
I'm
tell you
not sure.
this: if you want to grow the game,
Yeah,
both within the country and definitely internationally,
yeah,
accessibility is important.
no doubt.
So
I agree.
it would be nice to have, a conversation
Hear him
once
say
every
something quirky
four
or
or
something.
five
Yeah,
months with the media or whatever.
yeah,
You don't have to go up there and say, "Hey, let me tell you exactly how this free agent process
yeah,
is going to go. Let me tell you who likes me, who doesn't, blah blah blah." But I don't know.
yeah.
That's wild to me.
He's there.
His puppy stole the show.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was real. We know more about the pup, I think, than we do about Shohei right now. So just saying. All right, let's get to some trades. So the Braves and White Sox did a little quantity for quality action as Aaron Bummer goes over to ATL, and they've done a really nice job of picking up stuff guys, relievers, bringing them over and making them even better. Pierce Johnson, great example this past season. Joe Jimenez has been a good reliever for them now this past season as well. 5 players going the other way. Mike Soroka, who
Mhm.
was a stud at one point, just could not get back on the field,
Yeah.
and he was going to get non-tendered. Jared Schuster, who still a nice prospect, he kind of dropped a little bit down their depth chart. Nicky Lopez, who they acquired this
Play with
past
Nicky.
year. You play with Nicky,
Yeah,
yeah.
in the
Good
USA ball.
defender, right?
Yeah, and
Sick glove.
when he gets hot, he's pretty darn good. He
And
can play a utility guy. He can play a couple different positions.
he was going to get non-tendered as well,
Yep.
apparently by the Braves, due to make about $4 million. So he'll make that with the White Sox. Braden Shoemake, who actually had a really good spring training for the Braves, but the last
Yeah.
2 seasons in the minors hasn't hit well, and other guys have passed him. And then Riley Goins, who also has potential to at least be a decent reliever in the big. So thoughts on this for both sides?
I think it's an unbelievable pickup for the Braves as usual. Finding, I feel like the Braves are the Tampa Bay Rays of the National League. Finding these relievers, he's got length. I mean, Bummer's got this length, this crane kind of activity going on here when he throws. We talked about it before. He's got one of the nastiest sinkers from the left side. That if you don't stay on that, you're in trouble. Whether it's inside or outside, you always need lefties. And as a reliever, this is a monster pickup for the Braves. And I think this helps them out moving forward. Now, for the White Sox, I don't know what they do. They got 5 guys. Where are they going to put them? I mean, how are they going to do all this with what they have right now? I know Tim Anderson's not there anymore. So are they just going to have another whatever season? I mean, I don't know what they're trying to do with
They're
these.
trying to refresh the
Yeah,
roster, and you can see. So Mike Petriello put up the numbers for Bummer because Bummer actually had an ERA in the 6s this past season,
that's fine.
but his xERA
Yeah,
was 3.5,
yep.
which is a pretty good indicator of what's going on there. You can look at FIP too. I mean, this was a guy. Also, if you want to just keep it more simple, look at his strikeouts were off the charts
Yeah.
still this year. So you could say maybe a little bit of bad luck.
And he's a
The walks have to
situational
get
guy.
down
He's
there.
going to be the situational guy because they got a bunch of guys in the back end there as well. So
They wanted to pick up another lefty
yeah,
reliever. Stuff wise, though, like
nothing
you
wrong with
said,
that. He's got
this dude
nasty.
could be one of the best, and he was the 2
Yeah,
seasons before that. He was like a low 3s ERA.
yeah.
So looks like a good pickup. And yeah, for the White Sox, they're trying to just freshen things up. It's the first trade for Chris Getz taken over, so I'm sure we'll get some more comments from our guys next week about it as well.